Vanakkam, this is Heart to Heart with Ungal RP. Most of the times when we are in trouble or when we need to take a critical decision, we seek support from our elders, well-wishers and best friends for suggestions. A lot of times we get good advice and sometimes we are asked to listen to our inner voice or the instinct or the gut feeling as it is referred to. And it is true that there is an inner voice that speaks and tells us. It could be the mind, the heart or the conscience. The inner voice tells us what we need to do and tells us which path we need to take from the choices that is there before us. Now, can we make use of this voice better? Can we ask it better? Can we align our inner voice to our thoughts and ideas? Let's explore more in the topic, different echoes or the inner voice. Echo 1, the inspirer. We need to bring this voice to the fore whenever we face an opportunity or a new challenge or a problem. Uncertainty puts us in fear. We need to trigger the voice to inspire us. This voice would enable us to revisit the various bookmarks of our life where we have faced the challenges, opportunities and problems head on and come up with triumphs. This voice enables us to get the confidence from within. Echo 2, the challenger. This voice eggs us on and makes us to do things that we've never done before. This voice takes the carrot stick approach, which means sometimes it motivates us positively and sometimes it motivates us negatively. But this voice challenges us to achieve more and explore the unknown. Echo 3, the empathizer. Now, this is the voice that requires the most balance. This voice empathizes with us and our situation. And if it is not rightly balanced, then this would result in self-pity rather than empathy. Echo 4, the accountability partner. This voice makes us take responsibilities for all our actions. Have you heard the saying, integrity is what you do when no one is watching? This is the voice that keeps our honesty, integrity, and keep us true to our conscience and tells us the accountability that we need to take for all our actions. Echo 5, which is the realist, the most important, needed, and the real voice. It calls spade a spade and axe an axe. You need to listen to this voice without getting hurt. After all, this is the voice that gives you honest feedback and keep you grounded. It is easy to ignore this voice, but yet at the same time, this is the voice that you should never ignore. Echo 6, the practical motivator. Well, hearing the word motivator, this might sound very similar to inspirer. While inspirer makes it look too dreamy and pushes you towards larger aspirations and larger goals, the catchword over here is practical. So, this voice actually keeps you grounded, puts you on the track, tells you what is possible, tells you what is practical, and pushes you towards it so that you can achieve it. Echo 7, the optimist. Now, this is yet another vital voice. It is very easy to be a pessimist because you're either right or you would be pleasantly surprised. But optimism is what that keeps you going. Optimism is what that keeps the world going. And whenever you start a task with optimism, the task is already half done. Well, now I'm sure you would have many other voices that you would love to hear, but these are my 7 different echoes. And of course, I would love to hear your voices or other attributes that are important. Okay, it's now time for a Kutti story. There was once a competition amongst frogs to reach the top of the highest tower in the town. The competition began and the frogs quickly started to ascend as the crowd cheered. Now, there were comments in the crowd, stating that the frogs will not be able to succeed because the tower is too high, they may get tired and etc. But the frogs with a lot of passion started climbing the tower. Some frogs started collapsing after a while. But some frogs passionately continued to climb higher and higher and higher. Now, as the crowd continued to discourage the frogs more frogs gave up and dropped. But there was this one tiny frog that didn't give up, and after a lot of effort made it to the top and was declared as the winner of the race. Now everyone was curious to know how come did this frog make it. And it was later found that the tiny frog was deaf to the external voice. Now this is a story that all of us know. I'm going to spin this a little bit. While the frog was definitely deaf to the external voice, the frog was not deaf to the inner voice. The voice that cheered the frog, the voice that inspired the frog, the voice that challenged the frog, the voice that made the frog believe that it would be able to make it and helped it reach the top. I would like to conclude stating that all of us need to listen to our inner voice, and more importantly, we need to channelize our inner voice to align to the situation and guide us accordingly. While all of you reflect on this, I'm signing off. This is Ungal Aarti, Heart to Heart.